Thank you guys for joining today's video, The Hustle Network. Today we have a very special guest. His name is AJ Simmons, and I'm actually going to let AJ go ahead and introduce himself, let us know where he's from, about his family, and where he currently lives.
Yeah, so what's up, everybody? What's up to the Hustle Network? I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network, where we help people start and grow cleaning companies. All right, so I have a YouTube channel as well. It's called AJ Simmons. A little bit about my background. I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. Not the best upbringing, but I mean, I made a way out of no way, right? And then fast forward, now I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I got 2 kids, a wife, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
You know what's funny? I really like a song that plays on your channel.
Yeah.
Man, tell me why I've been singing the part where it says, "I'm on my grind. This ain't no fashion show." I'm like, damn, that's what the hell I'm talking about. I'm like, so tell us a little bit about Clean Biz Network, who can be a part of it, and what are some things we can expect or learn once we do join?
Yeah, so Clean Biz Network is basically just a network of entrepreneurs, primarily cleaning company owners, but we have some people in there who are not even in the cleaning industry. We got some lawn care people in there. We got some people who own their own insurance company. So it's a couple of different, entrepreneurs taking advantage of it, but it's just something that I wanted to put together early on when I started on YouTube, and it's just grown to over 1,000 members now. And actually, it's more than that. So I have 2 different networks, so to speak, but I'm going to combine them here shortly. But I have my mobile app called Calculated Clean that has like over 5,000 members. Then I have my regular Clean Biz Network members. That's like 1,000 members. So here shortly, I'm working on combining the 2 because Clean Biz Network is ran through a Facebook group right now, but I want to bring them over to the app as well, and we'll combine it, and all of it to be Clean Biz Network. But it's just basically just helping people start cleaning companies, right? And I specialize in the commercial cleaning versus the residential. Just my background. That's the more the easiest one to scale to me, but everybody got their own, niche or their own preference, right? And so, but that's my background. But we got some residential people that we help too, and then that's pretty much it. That's what Clean Biz Network is all about: just helping people start and grow cleaning companies.
So the app, can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yep. So it's literally like a social network. That's the first thing you see when you get on it, right? So everybody can like, love, share all of the stuff you can do on Facebook. You can do on that app. And I built it myself. I always got to say that because I'm so proud of that, right? But
check this out.
Yeah, and so we have that feature on it. You can also do your pricing up there. So we have pricing calculators for commercial, residential, as well as special services. So anything from strip and wax to pressure washing, you name it, is on that calculator, right? What else can it do? It can create a proposal for you. So it's a proposal generator. So if you're like, well, how do we come up with a service agreement, which some people call the contract, right? That you have the people sign when you go into business with them.
Yeah.
That's a part of the proposal, right? So that's the last page on the proposal. So you can put together a nice professional proposal within 5-10 minutes, right on that app. You can create an invoice on the app. You can, what else can it do? Do a walkthrough. So when you do a walkthrough, when you first trying to get a new client and you walk through, you might measure the square footage. With the app, you can walk through it, take the pictures, you can measure the length and the width on the app, and the app will tell you the total square footage by the time you finish measuring everything instantly. So the app can do all type of stuff. I recommend everybody just at least give it a try. It is a monthly fee on it. I think we're doing $49 a month right now. So it's not too steep for a business owner, right? $49 a month, and a 7-day free trial. So if you're interested, you want to see what it's about, just give it a trial. 7-day free trial, see if you like it. If you like it, keep it. If not, hey, no loss. You know what I mean?
And what is that app called?
Calculated Clean. Soon it'll be Clean Biz Network, but for now it's still Calculated Clean.
Calculated Clean. Okay, I'm definitely going to check that out. All right, so now how long have you been in the cleaning industry? Why decide cleaning, and how did you get started?
All right, so I started in the cleaning industry when I was 18 years old, working for a guy named Pops, who I was working for when I was in high school. I started working for him just freelance cleaning. Then eventually I actually bought my own cleaning franchise. I was 19 at that time. Wow. Didn't do well with the franchise. Okay, but Pops is the reason why I bought a franchise, because he had one. So when I was working for him, he had this Audi. He was living in this high-rise apartment downtown. He had all the girls, you know what I mean? So it was just He was like, you know what, I could do this, and I knew I wasn't going to college because I skipped school every day in high school anyway. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to be there. So I knew I wasn't trying to go to college. Plus, my mom wouldn't help me with my FAFSA form, right? So it was just like, you know what? I can't get my mom to help me do this. She won't co-sign for me because, you need the co-signer to get the loans and stuff to pay for school. So I'm like, okay, I can't go to college. I kind of don't want to anyway. And then, but I know I want some money though. I know I'm just not going to settle for being a bum, right? So that's when I worked for him and I saw like he cutting us checks and stuff. And I was like, damn, you can be a business owner as a Black person and actually, like how people working for you. So when I saw that, I knew that's going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to start me a cleaning company. So that's what I did in 19. I was a horrible business owner. So I started losing all of my contracts instantly.
Really?
So I ended up, I was losing all of them, man. So I ended up selling that company after a while because I seen that I was on my way out. And I'm the type of person that like, I want to quit before you can fire me, right? So like once I seen it was going down here, I just hurried up and sold and got out of it. You know what I mean? I started at a couple barbershops in between that span, did a couple of other like freelance entrepreneur gigs here and there. But then I think I was like maybe 20, I want to say 25, somewhere around there. I bought another franchise with Jam Pro. And that's when I really like made it all work. You know what I mean? Because when that first one, I knew I was failing because of my own efforts. Like if I just would have cleaned properly, you know what I mean? I wanted losing contracts. If I just would have showed up, a lot of times I wasn't even showing up. I was young and immature, just messing it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, and I had like the professionalism down pack. I could easily talk my way right into getting contracts and letting customers give me a second chance, but I just wasn't performing. So I knew that if I got back in and had another chance with this cleaning company, I knew that this time I was going to make it work. So got in with Jam Pro, won the Franchise Owner of the Year award, which is right behind me over there. So I won that award. Actually, I'll bring it up. So got that award. That was 24. So it says 2015. Yeah, and the conference was 2016. So
that's cool. Wow.
34 now. So whatever year that was, that's when I got back into a clean franchise. I can't remember. I can't do the math. But anyway, so yes, I got in with them. Then after being with them for about 3 years or so, I realized it was only going to be but so big I can grow up because I was under a franchise. Like as long as you get middleman, you ain't gonna be able to scale it so much. So that's when I was starting to sell my contracts and I wanted to sell it all, start over. I wanted to move away from my hometown in Virginia and move down to Atlanta because that seems to be where all the Black people go to be successful, right?
Right.
So that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? But
Hollywood, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But what ended up happening was what did happen? I can't remember what exactly. So I had rental property too. So I had one rental property and the money that I was getting from selling off these contracts that I was supposed to use to start me a new cleaning company and move, I ended up having to using that money to fix the foundation on my rental property. So I basically was out of contract and then about out of money too. So it was like, I don't know if you cuss over here, so I'm trying not to, but like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like what,
right.
like what I'm about to do. So I ain't got no money and I got way like, cause I think at the time I was doing like 12 grand a month in cleaning contracts. And after selling, I was down to like 4 grand. So it was like I'm broke. Wow. You know, car notes were starting to get behind and like, I ain't hot. So it was like, what am I about to do? But I got lucky. So throughout this whole time, I'm YouTubing still. I've been documenting my journey since the beginning. So luckily, some random master franchise owner over in Las Vegas offered me a sales position to come work for her at Janet King as a salesperson. She was like, she liked all of the information I'm putting out here on YouTube. She think I make a great salesperson. So I'm like, you know what? I wanted to move anyway. I won't try to go that far, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? But so I ran that past the Jam Pro company that I was with just to make sure I won't break in any non-compete rules or anything.
Yeah.
And when they found out, they were like, hold up. We know you would take a job. You know what I mean? We want to hire you. So then it was like, oh shit. So they actually ended up was like, well, the guy that was locally with me in Virginia, he wanted to hire me. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to be here. So long story short, he connected me with the CEO of Jam Pro International, like the whole big thing or whatever. So he called me while I'm in the projects in the hood and he called him little old me. That shit was crazy. But anyway, so he called me and was like, where do you want to live? You know what I mean? I said, well, I prefer to be on the East Coast so I can still run my little bit of franchise I still left in Virginia. And I want to be somewhere hot. So they ended up finding Jacksonville, Florida for me. They moved me down to Jacksonville. I worked for Jan Pro Jacksonville for probably about a year and a half, just to really learn. That's when I really learned the ropes too. And I stayed here, but I quit the job, but stayed here. And I knew I was going to do that before I took the job. I just wanted to use them to kind of move me here. And then,
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? So, and that's what happened. But after working for them, though, I started to realize that the franchise just wasn't the route for not only me, but for most people. And so that's when I was like, you know what? I need to fix it. Because what I didn't want to do was create a problem and say, nobody should buy a franchise without saying, well, what they should do then. So that's when I wanted to create the solution. I created Clean Biz Network. So it was like, then we created a lead generation service, starter kits, the mobile app, all of these things to help you keep your cleaning company and start it and keep it independent. You know what I mean? And that's what inspired me to do that too.
Your focus is commercial, and you did say because of you can scale faster. Is that correct?
Yeah, to me.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, with houses, right? And I don't know, you might know a little bit about this more than I do. I think you do houses more than I've done. I only had like I think maybe 3 recurring houses throughout my whole time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you might clean a house maybe once every 2 weeks, usually the schedule. Sometimes you got a lot of one-time jobs. If you're lucky, you might get one at once every week. But it's not an everyday thing versus with the commercial side, you typically can get one large contract. It's Monday through Friday. You inside the AC. It's after hours. Everybody gone. Ain't no pets. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of, you know what I mean? You ain't climbing in no bathtubs. It's a lot of things that it's a lot less variables. So it's easy to duplicate the system. Like if I teach you how to clean this office building, you're gonna know how to clean every other office building from here on out. You know what I mean? Versus where I teach you how to clean this house that's 2,000 square feet might be completely different than that house is 2,000 square feet. So,
yes.
I mean, it to me, it's more scalable. It's way more hours typically. It's more frequent typically. When I say frequent, I mean like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday versus every other Monday. You know what I mean? So that's why to me, it's just way more simple. And I like simple. I like repeatability so I can duplicate it, put somebody in there and not have to touch it.
Did you start out cleaning? If so, for how long before you decided to put people in position to have things run without you physically having to be there?
I did. So I did start out cleaning. Well, actually, before I started my company, you know, I was, you know, listening to audiobooks every single day. And the one that I've listened to in particular the most that really changed my life back then was Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki. And what he let me know was it has to be passive. You know what I mean? Like you got to put systems in place or people in place or something in place to make it so that you're not doing the physical work. We know that in order if you want to scale, right? And so I had a day job and I had these contracts and I'm hiring for, actually the first 3 contracts I got, they were only like once a week, like the one you were just talking about, only once a week. So I was like, you know what? I knock these out on the weekend. We go out there every once a weekend, knock these 3 out. Then I got my first bigger one. It was like $2,000 a month. And it was Monday through Friday, but it was weird because like you had to go in the morning for like an hour, then you come back in the evening for like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? So it was like a twice a day account for $2,000. So then it was like I was having trouble staffing that morning shift because who can, you know what I mean, go in from 8 to 9 or something for 1 hour. It's like and it's Monday through Friday, like most people need a whole shift. Otherwise you interrupting their day job. So it was hard for me to staff that one. So eventually I had to make a choice on, all right, am I going to clean this or am I going to keep trying to hire and risk losing the contract? So I decided to quit my little great government job with all the benefits, right? And the TSP 401k, whatever it's called, you know what I mean? Decided to get rid of all of that. And,
wow, that's cool.
You know what I mean? And I decided to clean. But in hindsight, it worked. It was good because I got a lot of cleaning experience. But the bad part was once I quit that job, guess what? Now my personal bills was dependent upon me cleaning every single account. And so the problem was, okay, well, we kept growing. You know, we kept growing and growing and growing. And I'm cleaning. It went from me cleaning those 4 accounts by myself. And this is, by the way, not just me, my wife, too. I want to make sure that my wife is mentioned on this because she was with me with all this, right? Yeah. But we were cleaning like 23 buildings in a weekend sometimes. So starting Friday, 5 p.m., I'm cleaning nonstop all the way into the end of Sunday night. You know what I mean? I remember this like yesterday, we riding out you know how the club music start coming in on Saturday nights to warm you up for the club? And we'll be riding, bumping that music, but we on the way to the building where everybody else on the way to the club. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I remember it like yesterday, but but yeah, so I did clean for maybe, I would say maybe 2 years strong. And we was getting good money doing it too, because we had all those contracts. But after a while, like after listening to these books and knowing about scaling and knowing it was never going to get but so big if I kept cleaning. And so one day I heard this one YouTube video, and you know what? Nobody likes this guy in the industry, the cleaning industry, from what I hear. But I don't care. I'm gonna shout him out because he gave me this advice and changed my life. Plus I don't believe in competition. You know what I mean? Somebody can say he's my competitor, but I don't believe in that. But there's a guy by the name of Grow My Cleaning Company is the name of his channel. He had a video and I heard it, and he said, you need to set a date. On this date, I'm not cleaning no more. I don't care what happens. I don't care if we don't have a tech that can go out there and cover it, then we're gonna call the customer and tell them, I apologize, we couldn't get anybody to cover the shift today. You're not going to volunteer and go out just because somebody else missed it. No, you either credit them on the invoice or you do a makeup clean tomorrow, but you cannot go out there. And when he said that shit, it was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. You know what? I'm going to do it. And I did it. And so, that too. Right. Now, here's the bad part, though. Now, the bad part is, remember, my bills was depending upon me making all this money from all these contracts, because dumb old me, who knew better but didn't do better, decided to go get a Range Rover and this big old pretty Cadillac, and you know what I mean, and a bunch of other liabilities that was caught. You know what I mean? So my bills were not low at all. Right. But I set that date, like you said, my income went from I think we were grossing like 12, but I was taking home like 4, something like that. Okay. And then by the time I scaled back and just say, you know what, like I made it all passive, my check went down to like $2,000. You know what I mean? I want to say it might have been a little bit less than that. Wow. But my bills was more than what I was bringing home. But it's like, you know what? I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm going to upload videos on YouTube every day, so my YouTube check will get a little bigger. Right. At least I got this rental property. And you know what? The main bills get paid. Any of the other debt, I get it when I get to it. And because of me doing that, my cars got repoed. You know what I mean? Just things happen. You know what I mean? Then, like I said, so but I had to do what I had to do. So I did start out cleaning. Eventually, I tried to start out not cleaning, but I had to make a decision. I chose the decision. But the problem was, when you do make the decision to clean yourself, please don't increase your bill just because your money increasing. Once you start and get more contracts, higher, because otherwise you're gonna get used to the money and you're never gonna be able to scale unless you do a drastic change on the amount of money that you bring in, like I did, and you might lose a lot of stuff. And a lot of people ain't got the stomach to handle reposts, especially not as a public, because I'm on YouTube then too, by the way. Right. I'm known in my city by then for being the business guy, AJ with the money, right? You know what I mean? Right. That's my reputation. But it's like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I mean? I got to do what I got to do for the long run. And anybody that want to joke on me and talk about me, we'll see in about 10 years. And I was right. You know what I mean? 10 years past, it definitely paid off.
Wow, that's true though, because that is true. People feel like when they start making a whole bunch of money, they start getting all these expenses, and then it's like when you're working for yourself and you're trying to, you know, have all these expenses, and then you're working for yourself. It's like now you're working to pay those expenses.
Exactly.
I totally agree. And like for myself as well, like I still drive a 2010 Toyota Camry. I mean, a Toyota, they run forever, and right. I want a new car, but it's like, I know I have to reach a certain goal before I decide to do something like that, because that's a commitment. You know what Absolutely. I mean?
And let me just say this too, because when those cars got repoed, those fancy luxury cars, we went and got a Toyota Corolla, and you're like, you know what? I'm tired of stunting. I'm tired of what everybody think. Give me something that's reliable. You know what I mean? Because that Range Rover stayed in the shop with expenses that I ain't have it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So definitely, you know what I mean? Get you a Toyota if you want to come up. You know what I mean? And keep them expenses low, for real.
Hey, so how are you obtaining your contracts and your lead source?
Cold call. So we have a lead generation service, and our lead generation service runs 100% off of cold calling. Cold calling is my number one way for getting new leads. So we actually have a whole lead generation service, right? So let's just say if you want to find, you want to get more commercial cleaning customers, you can literally go to our website, and buy leads from us. And so all we literally do is you fill out the application, tell us where you're located, whatever you provide service in, and then we'll call around businesses in your area. We've got a whole database of every business in the country, and my cold callers will call every business in the area until they find you an appointment. We'll set the appointment for you, then you just show up, do the walkthrough, close the deal. So but and so that same service that I sell to other cleaning companies is what I use to get my cleaning contract.
Wow. I'm not good with cold calling. I feel so like, okay. So if someone watched this video and wanted to start their own commercial cleaning company, what would their initial investment be?
It can vary because you can, do it different ways, right? But I would say if you did every single thing and you wanted to do it all right, have it all together, maybe $3,000. 3 to 5 grand. But if you're just trying to bootstrap it, shoestring it, $200. If that, you know what I mean? Because all you need is some flyers and some business cards. You know what I mean? Really go door to door, get a contract, and then figure out how you're gonna clean it later. You know what I mean? You might not even get some cleaning supplies. You might find a subcontractor to clean it for you, and you ain't never, pay for a cleaning supply ever. So really, maybe you want to get your LLC if you're dealing with commercial clients instead of residential, but you don't have to have a LLC either, honestly. So It just depends. But I would say if you want to do it all right, maybe $3,000.
Okay. Now, contractors or employees?
Definitely contractors to me. I know not most people, a lot of people are scared of contractors because you definitely can get in trouble with the IRS and local governments because they will say that you're mislabeling employees. And then if you do that and if they do a audit against you and they determine that they were in fact employees and not contractors, you will owe a lot of back taxes, payroll taxes, and a lot of late fees and all of that too. So I still say contractors, just make sure that you don't cross those lines. Like don't give them, don't make them show up for a shift. You know what I mean? Like if they got to clean the building, just give them a window, like between 5 and 11. But don't say you have to be there at 5 and be out of there by 6. Don't have a clock-in system. Don't train them. Now you can guide them or show them things to do, but you are not supposed to train actual contractor, right? So there's little things that you can do to make sure that they're actually contractors and not employees. But I definitely recommend contractors for sure, just because one, you save a little money on the payroll taxes, and then I'll give you another one. Another one too is because they're entrepreneurs, and we know that entrepreneurs, our mentality is way different than employees. So
yes,
that's definitely for sure. I say contractors.
Let's see. So how long have you been making YouTube videos? Because I went like all the way down. I'm like, hey, you've been doing this for a minute. Yeah. Was it how many years?
I think I started in 2013 was the last, because I be searching too, because sometimes I'll go back and listen to my old video just for inspiration, number one. And then also to see how consistent my message is. I'll be wanting to see, like, am I contradicting myself these days? But I'd be surprised at how consistent the message has been over the years. But yeah, I think I started in 2013 though.
I remember watching a video last week. You were like, first off, you need to make sure you have a babysitter. And I'm like, I was watching that one. I was like, man, you are totally right on that one.
Yeah, I try to like think of every like real world thing. You know what I mean? Like, cause you can't just give nobody just business advice. Like, we got to talk about the stuff that real people really going through. You know what I mean?
Yes, real obstacles and things. Yeah, agreed. Okay, so let's see. So what made you decide to record and share your journey with people?
Two things. The first thing was I really wanted to help people. You know what I mean? Like, I always used to think, like, coming from where I'm from, I always used to say, man, I'm going to figure out a way. Like, I'm going to figure out these secrets. Apparently, these rich people know some secrets, you know what I mean, that we don't know. I'm going to figure out what it is, and I'm coming back and I'm telling everybody. You know what I mean? But we kind of hit on this a little bit when you were on my channel for an interview. And I was saying but I would share these videos to my Facebook, right? Where all my local people are. Nobody watches, nobody likes it, nobody shared it, nothing. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, right. I thought you wanted this money like I want this money. You know what I mean? Ain't you tired of being broke too? But nobody watched it. You know what I mean? So then I just focused on YouTube, where I was getting the traction that I was hoping for. And even though it was strangers, it was still people getting help. So it was like, you know what? Well, I'm just gonna keep doing it. So That was the number one reason to help people. And then number two, of course, the money. You know what I mean? Like I saw these YouTubers up here making money online. And it's like back then I was really, really, really big on multiple streams of income. Yeah. And so I was like listing ways, okay, I'm gonna have a cleaning company, I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, I'm gonna have this ebook, I'm gonna have, you know what I mean? I was just naming all the way, you know what I mean? to make this money. And so that was like what really pushed me to do it. And now, like I over the years, I developed another reason, a couple other reasons, but the main one now is just to document it because it's so powerful. You know what I mean? Like even for my kids to be able to go back and look at, you know what I mean, their dad's like message, you know what I mean? Like in his business tips, so they don't have to wonder. And shit, I forget a lot. You know what I mean? Like I learned a lot, but I forget a lot over the years too. So it's like if I go back, watch one of my old videos, and I'm like, dang, I forgot about, you know what I mean, that part. So it's just definitely for documenting too, for sure. Whatever line of business you're in. So if you got a paint company and you paint, you're wrong. You know what I mean? If you got, I don't care what type of business it is. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, don't do it. Pay somebody else to do it. And how you like just, if you would clean a house for $50, then charge the customer $100 and pay somebody else $50 to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the mindset you got to really get in. If you don't take nothing away from me ever, that's what I want to be known for, because I feel like that right there is the missing key for all entrepreneurs that come from nothing. That's why they never scale up. That's why Tony's auto shop goes out of business when Tony dies, because he never learned to hire mechanics instead of being a mechanic. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's when it really hit for me, was when I started Clean Biz Network.
Wow. Man, I'm writing notes down myself. Okay, let's see. So do you currently have any mentors?
Let's see. I got a few. So Ricky Rigoletto, he was actually at my CBN conference.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
Yep. I did a couple interviews with him. So he runs a $13 million cleaning company right now. And so I definitely look up to him, get a lot of advice from him. Who else? For my, like the course size and stuff like that, I did buy, there's a course called Start From Scratch by Danielle Leslie. I took her course. It was a great course. I don't really like follow her no more. Her stuff is like she found her niche and she sticks with it. Start a course, you know what I mean? And that's it. So it's like I got what I needed from her, but so I don't really like look up to her no more, because she does that. She gets you started, you know what I mean? Right. But definitely she was. Who else? A couple of different people. Lots of people on the internet, like Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like who else out there. Nobody. I'm trying to think. If I'm honest, I'm trying to think of somebody black. I can't think of like who do I be listening to that's black? If I'm honest, like dang. Dan Henry is another one. He ain't black, but Dan Henry is huge.
What does discipline look like in your life?
Right now, it looks bad because.
Oh shoot! I didn't expect that one.
Right now, it looks bad because, like, I definitely could be doing more. Right, I definitely could be way more disciplined. Like, I'm in a space now where money is a lot like less of a worry for me. So it's easy for me to, you know what I mean?
You get a little relaxed.
Right. It's easy to chill. Like I drink a lot, you know what I mean, now? You know what I mean? I play video games every day almost now. Like I chill. You know what I mean? I only come to office 3 days a week now. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? And then those 3 days I'm probably there, maybe 6 hours. So it's like, because I don't have, again, because I systemize everything. Yeah. And that's the life that I did want to create for myself. But I definitely could be more disciplined, if I'm honest. And I mean, and I do go through my little spurts where I'll be like, you know what? I want to do X amount this month. So I like, for example, what month was that? That was March. Like I did my first $100,000 a month in March, but that was only because I locked in. You know what I mean? I locked in. I came to the office 5 days instead of 3 days, and I really went hard. And then after that, in April, I only did 58 because I chilled. I celebrated. I was so busy, happy about March, and I was chilling. You know what I mean? So it's like I go through my spurt, but I definitely could be more disciplined. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when I was coming up though, I'm the most disciplined guy you can find. Period. You know what I mean? Like I ain't fuck a birthday. You know what I mean? Ain't no birthday celebration. Ain't no Christmas gift. We went to Salvation Army to get our kids Christmas gift. Like discipline with the money, discipline everything. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't distracted at all. And if I didn't have a building to clean, I would find something else to do. I'm working on my website. Yes. I'm uploading YouTube videos. I'm editing video, but it's like I'm definitely doing something when I'm locked in. But I don't know if I'm that disciplined right now. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel that too. Like when it's like that, it's like that's your focus. You don't want to hang out. You don't want to chill, and it's like you're just all in.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you're right though. Sometimes when like that money starts coming in, you do get relaxed. Like for me, I like to drink too. I drink beer, but it's like
That's all I drink.
it's like sometimes I just want to sit back and just take a couple brews back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And it's like, especially when you the type of person where it's like, you know, a lot of these internet guys, right? And not to throw anybody in the bus, but this is just what I think I see. They are intrigued by like Lamborghinis, right? And
Yes.
big mansions. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm cool with the house I got. If I'm honest, we in a nice little gated community. You know what I mean? It ain't no mansion, but it's houseable. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, I'm good. I don't need all that extra stuff. If I get more money, I'm probably gonna put it back into the business somehow and see how we can grow it just for fun, because business is fun. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't really want for nothing. I'm happy. You know what I mean? So that's why it's easy to just chill sometimes. And that's what we did it for, right? To get in a position to chill. So hell, have a bit.
Exactly right. Here's to that one. Yeah.
Right.
No, I totally agree. And like I think too, like sometimes when people start making money and you know they want to be so quick to purchase this and purchase that and dress a certain way, and like even for myself, I find myself like I'll go somewhere with my kids and it's like, do I really, really need this? Like, do I really need this? I don't. I don't really go anywhere. I'm always working. And when I don't work, I really just want to be at the house. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I want to do. Like, that's it. So it's like your mind starts to shift and not worry so much about how I am looking to this person to feel like I have to prove myself of the things that I have to show that, you know what I mean? Like, I know I got it or whoever, whatever. And I feel like that's like huge because a lot of people, they just want to hurry up and purchase this and purchase that. And I mean, just like that song, I wrote the lyrics in the bag. This ain't no fashion show, basically. So yeah. Okay. So what do you think is the biggest conception about starting a cleaning business?
The biggest perception?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I think the biggest perception and is a misconception is that they got to clean. Like nobody want to start a cleaning company because they don't want to clean toilets. And it's like, I agree. I wouldn't want to do it either, especially not as a career, right? Like a hustle is one thing just to get you to point A to point B, but anybody trying to do that for the next, 10 years. But that's why I always try to make sure that I explain to everybody, you don't have to. You know what I mean? The CEO of the biggest cleaning company, I think the biggest one right now is ABM, I believe. They are not cleaning. You know what I mean? They haven't cleaned. The CEO right now probably never cleaned ever. Some new guy that they done hired. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't think that you have to clean if you own a cleaning company. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, fine, get your experience up, but don't ever say you don't want to start a cleaning company because you don't want to clean. Like you don't have to. You know what I mean? Because the point is to scale it up and create jobs for other people that don't mind doing that anyway, but you don't got to do it. So I think that's definitely the biggest perception that is just incorrect.
Exactly. I totally agree on that. So what's next for AJ and Clean Biz Network?
The Clean Biz Network app getting updated. I don't know. Honestly, so I'm going to let you in on a secret. I don't know if I don't know who it may be a handful of people I told so far, but after this year, my goal is to retire. And it's like, I already like quote unquote semi-retired because I ain't had a job. Like at first my definition of retiring was to survive without a job. So I've done that for a few years now, but now I want to take it a step further and like really retire. Cause like right now there's certain things, even though I systemize everything, there's certain things in my company that I'm still doing, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I really ain't got no business doing it. So I'm hiring a few more people this year. I'm raising the revenue just a little bit bigger so we can have a little bit more room to play with. And after this year, and I'm buying my house this year, hopefully I get a text back here shortly saying that we under contract to put an offer in. But and after that, I'm done. I'm chilling. Like, only thing I want to do is open up my mobile app and chime in on our activity page and give out tips in here and there. I want to drink my beer every day. I want to play the game every day. I'm trying to chill in my backyard in the pool, you know what I mean, and just be relaxing. That is it. I don't want to do nothing. And I'm gonna do that until I get tired of that. And then I'll come back and then do some other big business again. All right. But I'm chilling. Like honestly, that's the goal. 2022 is for me to just grind and get it all in place. And then after that, I'm really just chilling. So YouTube, I'm always do that. Oh, and I'm shutting down my social media too. My goal, I really want to get off Instagram. And I really want to get off Facebook because I just don't care. Like maybe I might leave the Instagram up and just let my boy run it. But I don't want to see it. I don't care. I just don't care.
Either. It's like I try to engage and all that, but to be honest, like I'm not into that kind of stuff.
I'm telling you, though, I got everything I need. My kids, my wife, we home, we chilling. You know what I'm up there looking at everybody else for? That's why I can't look at Instagram, like social media, and I can't look at TV too often. And the reason why is because to me, it's like I'm sitting there watching other people get money. Oh, sitting there watching other people live. Why am I sitting watching them for? We can chill right here. You know what I mean? Like, and as a matter of fact, turn the camera on. We can also record ourselves living a regular life and get a check from that. That's why we started our family YouTube channel, which I might as well plug, right? So we got the what is the name of our channel? Life with the Simmons.
Yes.
It's like, why not just? I'm not watching them. Y'all watch me. Shit.
Right. Watch me drink a beer real quick. Yeah.
Right.
So how can we find AJ Simmons?
Yep, YouTube is the best place. I'll always be there unless they ban me. As a matter of fact, that's a fun part too. I should probably mention. The YouTube channel that I have now is not my first one. My first one was the Everybody page is still up. It's just hard to find, and it got like 10,000 subscribers now from back then.
Really?
So actually, my first channel might have been up in 2012 instead of 13. But anyway, but it got banned for like a year because I was uploading shit they won't mind. I shouldn't have done that. So I was like taking like audio books and putting them up and stuff, trying to get.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and so my channel got taken down. But once they did it, it definitely hurt me because I think I was getting like 500 a month back then from that channel, which was something to me back then. You know what I mean? So I needed it. So I was like, damn, AJ, what we gonna do? And I was like, well, we're gonna cry over spilled milk. So I started that other channel that I got now. And I just uploaded twice a day, every single day for like a year. And I grew that channel up just fast. And I think in like 2 or 3 months, I was already back up to that same money that I was missing out. So
really,
yeah. And so damn, I forgot the original question again. I brought that up for a reason.
Me too.
Right.
How can we find you, basically?
Okay, bam, my bad. All right, bet. So
no, you're good.
All right, so that was the reason why I said it, is because YouTube, I'm never gonna leave that. I'm gonna always do it. If they take my channel down, I'll just start another one. That's why I brought up that, because this ain't even my first one.
Yeah.
And like Instagram, you can follow me at AJ Simmons online. Ain't no guarantee I'm always be there, but definitely YouTube I'll always be there. And then check out cleanbiznetwork.com if you're interested in getting started or growing your cleaning company, all of that.
Perfect. Thank you guys for watching the Hustle Network, and we'll see you on the next one.